get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day. Every day I get some money. Every day we blowing gas. Every day we in the mall. Every day we blowing cash. I do this every day. Every day I do this shit. It's just an ordinary day.
What up, it's your boy Face from Flight School TV, and I'm here with my man Rico. If you don't know, the king of Milwaukee, man, as far as everything goes, if you're looking for any type of kick, Supreme merch, bait merch, whatever it is you're looking for, this the man to see in Milwaukee. And I'm sitting here right with him. So to start the interview, I want you to get the people who don't know you. Let the people know who you are.
Okay, that's very easy enough. First thing, my name is Rico. Second thing, I am not the king of Milwaukee. I like to consider myself just a guy who's helping out a bunch of people in the area. I would like to say a second thing, I'm from Milwaukee. I was actually born in Chicago, lived there for like 2 years, but I'm raised in Milwaukee, birthed in Milwaukee, all that good stuff. I was born somewhere else, but I'm definitely here, Milwaukeean. I love the city. I think that's partially why I got the store kind of running, because I started the website back when I was in college. But when I came back to Milwaukee, I was figuring that the Bucks get a new arena, I could open up a store downtown. They approved the new arena. That same day I came down here, found the spot, and ever since then, Trusted Kicks has been taking off farther.
All right, we gotta rewind a little bit. All right. So, what college did you go to?
All right, for college, I went to Tennessee State University, which is in Nashville. I went down there for college. Undergrad, I went to MTSU for my master's degree, which is called graduate school. So yeah.
So what did you go to college for?
Okay, good thing about college is I mainly, truthfully, went to college to party. Let's start right there. I went there to party. I'm good in school, I get good grades and stuff, but I like to party. That's why I went down to Nashville instead of staying here local. I had some friends who went down to Nashville. I majored in mass communications and criminal justice.
Okay.
I can say that mass communications is something I use every day because I do like communicating with people.
Networking.
Exactly. That's what I learned a lot about college, was networking. That was the biggest thing I learned from college, that the guy who cleans the bathrooms one day could be the guy, running the school department the next day. So
growing up, how would you describe your childhood?
All right, my childhood was filled of a lot of buying and selling. When I was a younger kid, I did Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. Even when I was like 12 or 13, I carried a lot of golf bags, being a caddy, to go around and buy all the tennis shoes I wanted. And then even back then, I was like waiting in line. Then people would pay me to skip me. So I always had some kind of thing going on.
Some type of hustle going on. You always had that mentality.
Always.
Yeah, because that was one of my first things. That's when I first knew I was a hustler. Because when Pokemon cards and basketball cards was in, I'd be at Jewel Osco trying to buy all the packs, ripping them open, hoping I get a rookie card. Then I'll turn around, have a book full of them, and try to sell them. So, you know what I'm saying? We both relate on that tip as far as the hustle mentality at a young age.
And one thing I always tell people is that one thing that always differentiated me from anybody who's selling Pokemon cards, like you said, a lot of kids at that age was doing, and candy, was that in that moment, I was telling kids, I'm taking trades. So in that moment, kids would be like, you'll take my whole book for your one holographic? I'm like, yes. Then I go to this game store, they give me $1 card.
Right,
so that $50 holographic, I gotta make the $250 cash.
Yeah, so that's thinking on the next level.
And that's when as I said, that's when I noticed that people are down to do trades more than give you cash. And then when I was dealing with kids in middle school, because I was in middle school myself, a lot of middle schoolers don't have cash, they just have stuff that their parents have bought them.
Right.
So I would leave school with like cool things like Game Boys, Walkmans. My mom would be like, where did you get this stuff from? And I'm like, Mom, I traded the cards you just bought me from Toys R Us to get this. And she'd be like, how? So I think that's kind of like you said, where I started the hustle, and I think that's where I picked up the trade mentality of like, hey, everybody doesn't have cash.
Right.
But the items they have can be cash.
Right.
So I think that's what kind of like started me out into wanting to figure out the trade. And like you said, hustling went to, when I was in high school, I was selling, excuse my language, fake bus passes. We was making copies of them when the copier machine first came out, and we was selling them. We was walking on the bus with the fake bus passes. We was selling cars, selling car parts in college. Of course,
so you've been a hustler all your life.
Man, still to this day, people can tell you I got cars. In the last year, I've had a car dealership, a tow truck business, a moving business.
That's a real hustler for you right there.
Every day.
But what I want to know is, at what age did you realize like you was into sneakers and fashion? At what age did that click? Like, damn, I gotta get every mic now. Like everybody got that moment when they remember, oh man, when that shoe came out, I had to get it. And then I realized, like, man, I had to get the next one. What moment in your life did you have that was like, man, I'm a sneakerhead?
Okay, the good thing about my story, which kind of like attributes to what you're saying, the sneakerhead story, is that my mom used to be a principal. My mom still to this day owns plenty properties, didn't give me a dime. So I think that's where it started. Like, we'd be in the mall, and in my mind, even as a kid, I knew my mom was rich, because my family would call her the rich auntie, you know? I knew she was rich, but she wasn't buying me anything.
Right.
So I remember walking through the mall like, hey, I like those Bo Jacksons. No, you can't get them. I like those Iris and Questions. No, you can't get them. Yo, I like this. No, you can't get them. So then when I got to middle school age and I started moving the Pokemon cards and moving the different Yu-Gi-Oh cards and the different games, and like, that's back when Dreamcast was big. Once I started doing all that type of stuff, I remember like, hey, I could take this cash to go to the mall and buy the shoes I want.
Right.
So I take their games and their cars and turn it over into cash and to buy the fashion. Right. So I'll say right around middle school is when I can vividly remember in my mind, I got my first name brand shirt. It was a Tommy shirt. It was black at the bottom, had a white stripe in the middle, a blue stripe at the top. I had black Guess jeans.
Yeah, back in the day, Hugo Boss, Guess. Yeah, if that was part of your attire, the jabot with the straps.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That was, you was doing it back then with your Avirex on.
Bro, truthfully, I never had no Avirex or Pelly because I never could save my money up that high to get it. But when I went to college and I got my refund check and I started making some moves where I made an extra $1,000, the first thing I bought was a Pelly. No exaggeration. I swear to God, freshman year is the first thing I bought. And like, we down in Nashville, so it's like 40 degrees in the winter. They're like, why do you have on a big leather coat? I'm like, bro, it's $1,000 coat.
Yeah.
Come back to Milwaukee.
It's a trophy.
It's over. I'm the man with my Pelly on.
It's a trophy.
And that's when I figured out in different areas, different stuff is cool. Because in Nashville, in the South, they don't care about Pellys because it ain't cold.
Right.
But when I got my Pelly, it was like I had like some rims on my back or candy painted two-door Caprice, you know,
exactly. Like. And especially in the Midwest, if you was rocking that, you was the man right then.
Come on.
So, what I wanted to ask you was, what the game is, the way it is right now, with everybody and their mama thinking they can sell shoes, like people, grandma is resellers all of a sudden. How do you maintain in this environment?
Okay, so the one good thing about being in this environment is I can say that I absolutely support the reseller. So we have a thing called Trusted Club, which we created online, which is $20 a month. It's where we move items that didn't move in store for what we paid for them. So if I bought a shoe for 60 and I'm trying to price it at 120 to make my margins, nobody buys it. I even mark it down to 100, nobody buys it. I put it on the club, and then it makes it reseller friendly. So the reseller could buy it for 60, selling in Chicago for 140, as we know people in Chicago and New York getting more money than me in Milwaukee, or they could keep it and just get it for 60 instead of having to get it in store for 120. So I think in the reseller market we are now, you gotta be reseller friendly. So a good example is, my Yeezys are the most highest priced Yeezys across the board for anybody in the nation. But I have it so that if they're high priced, that if you want to come trade in the Yeezys to get the off-white Presto, it's not gonna take that much because I'm giving you $350 trading value. Right. And on the street, you only gonna pull 300.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
maybe 325.
And then the resellers are going. So like a good example is I sold my 71 Cutlass off a trade. Like I traded 11 pair of Yeezys, $1,000 of Supreme, because I'm giving them 350 trading, and nobody else is gonna give them that. And then when I turn around and price them at 500, which is still overpriced, all I gotta do is take trades, and then I'm gonna move them regardless.
Right. So
I mean, that's one thing I learned. What you was asking is that in the reseller game, you just gotta adapt. Like I have nothing against GOAT, StockX. I love those sites. They kill the game. I understand when people come in and say, "Hey, I can go to StockX and buy it for this." I tell them, go.
Yeah.
I mess with Jason over there. I remember when he first started StockX, they was asking me for their data. Like I really support them over there.
Right.
Spend your money over there. But if you trying to trade,
right,
yo, 5 pair of blue tints, you can't do that at StockX.
Right.
Which is why my prices is a little higher. Which is why I think I kind of work easy with the reseller, you know.
Right.
So I might have something that's selling for more on StockX because I accepted it, trade low. I can sell it for low.
Right. So that's how you maintain.
And then I don't do consignment. So like the reseller either is going to sell me their shoe, trade me their shoe, or leave with their shoe. So I think it makes it kind of easier. When you got a consignment shop, when everybody's the reseller, you got people trying to argue with you what you should sell it at.
Right.
One consigner selling something too low, one consigner selling something too high. So I think it's just in the world of everybody's reselling, you gotta pick your niche market and stick to it. And actually, as most people know, like our niche market is like we make, honestly, like we're gonna send my kids that I don't have yet and employees' kids to college off beater boxes.
So how long have you been in the sneaker game? I know you was just referencing like you were selling Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards to get certain shoes, but as far as like being in the shoe game and collecting, like how long do you think you've been in the shoe game if you had to put a number on it?
Okay, so let me date.
Guessing.
Yeah, let me do some math right now. So 05 I graduated high school. I mean, I went to high school summer of 01. That's 4 years, 5 years, that's 16. I've been doing it for like 20 years. Honestly.
So out of that 20 years, how many of them years have you been legit like reseller trying to make money off the shoe?
That's a good question. Okay, so that's a good answer. So probably only like 8 years into that was our reseller. I was like you earlier. You said it. Every shoe I bought, I wore.
Yeah.
Literally, like that was my thing. Like people be like, "Oh, we about to go over here and do this." I said, "Bro, we gonna do all that. I ain't selling my shoes."
Yeah.
Like a good story is, I waited out in front of Nike Town, Chicago. You remember this story? White. I mean, it's not white. See-through Air Force Ones, fantastic 4-pack.
Yeah.
I waited out in front of that boy 2 days. I'll never forget Eddie.
That's putting in work.
Come on now. I was
That's
like,
putting in work.
I'm trying to think how old I was. I
It ain't-
wasn't
it ain't-
that old.
that's not just loading up an app and keep pressing to get through. That's camping. That's putting in.
And let me tell you the work it took though. Let me tell you the work. So this is what it took. I'm on Nike Talk. This is when they upload digital photos of the front of the store display, and I could see 2 people got their chairs out there. So I saw the picture on Nike Talk. I got in my car from Milwaukee. I drove 2 hours and stood in line 2 days. And like I said, that's when I was like, I brought them back to Milwaukee. People were like, "Oh my God, I give you 400, 500. I'm like, no way. Like I literally like, you want them? You want to buy them? Put them on my feet. I know how to.
Right.
They ain't for sale. Like I do this.
Right.
But then when we was in college, I was broke. That's what started. Like when I went to college, I was broke. Like I was just put this picture up like early this morning, like 7 years ago today, which is a crazy fact. Me and my brother, or 8 years ago today, me and my brother got evicted out of our crib in Nashville. And my brother just bought a house yesterday. So like I said, life can flip, like a flip. We're like, my brother a plumber. My brother did the jail thing, went to jail, got out, plumber, started his own business. That's what I was thinking, like life flipped. So like in that moment when I was broke, I'm looking at these shoes like, oh, hold up, we getting evicted and I'm moving out shoes? Like it don't work like that. Like if somebody would buy these shoes, if I would post these shoes, and it's early, like pre-Craigslist days. Like if I can post these shoes, I can sell them. I can pay my rent. If I can't pay my rent, then I ain't got nowhere to live. The shoes is for nothing, they just sit in the car. So I think that's what kind of started the reseller in me. A year after that, I was in line for the Concourse now, that's 09. Am I right? I'll date myself, that's 2010 or 2009 Station, that's 2010 Concourse, right?
Yeah,
I get them switched up.
Don't get me lying.
I'm in line for those in college. Once again, I'm broke. I have no idea why I'm in line. I'm really hoping I can overdraft my car. That was my move back in the day. I'm gonna overdraft my car. I get paid on Monday. I get the Concourse on Saturday. I'm good. I get to the front of the line. They pull some standard old school stuff like they already reserved. Like, wait, what? The Concourse already reserved? How?
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to buy a hoodie. You have to buy a shirt. I'm like, I mean, I got the money to buy the shoes. I don't got the money to buy the shirt, and my car ain't gonna overdraft that far. I don't got certain amount of protection. So in that moment, I thought like if it was somewhere I could trade my shoes, I'd give them 5 pairs for the Concourse. Or if they would buy my shoes, because remember I said I went to GameStop. So I figured out that method. I swear that night I went home, I went on my phone, I created I bought the domain, trustedkicks.com, and then I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the domain. And then it took me like a solid like month, and I made the current website, but the current domain was an older website. I made that on my phone.
See, that leads me into my next question that I want to ask you. Because right now, we seeing so many shoe groups, whether it's Facebook, text message groups, or like certain apps that you see, we seeing so many of those pop up. Like, how do you feel about, hold on, I just lost my whole train of thought. You was just said, what was you just?
Okay, so
we gonna edit this.
Don't worry about it. We good. No, that's why I love.
I had a point.
Since you're editing, don't you guys use your mic? Don't you use your mic?
Yeah, my mic is on.
Okay.
Hey, but we're gonna edit this. But no, you was just talking about you was standing in line and that started, and you started that website.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Now you were standing outside all that time, and from your phone you created your website, your domain.
Correct.
And a month later you got things rolling, and you put things together.
Correct.
And that leads me into my next question, which is, why not just stay online when online is popping so much? Why create a storefront? What made you make that decision?
Okay, so that's a good question because a lot of people will tell you the safer bet is to always stay online. Like honestly, like if you look at the numbers, the safer bet is to stay online unless you have a hustler's mentality like myself. See, a guy like myself, I'm not gonna put myself in a box to say, hey, we got shoes, come get shoes. When I opened the store, I knew hoverboards popping. Nobody's in Milwaukee selling hoverboards. Boom, we need some hoverboards. $800. Let's get it. They paid $300 for them. We selling them at $8. People trading shoes for them. Nobody in Milwaukee selling hoverboards. The mall start selling hoverboards. I ain't selling hoverboards no more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a hustler. Like, hey, y'all love Apple Watches? I got used Apple Watches.
Yeah.
100. Come get it. Trade your shoes for it. People be like, bro, this, that, and third. I'm like, listen, my payroll's 100 G's. Like it costs $100,000 over zero. So we got to make money over zero, 100,000, just to get back to zero. But the thing is, everybody I hire are hustlers, and then they'll present you with a money-making situation where you'll be like, oh my God, we're gonna make like watch bands. We make $200 a watch band, and we make fucking $10,000 in watch bands. People don't even see that, and it was online. It's a little bit different. Like people can say that because one thing with the new sneakerheads, that's what I call them, new sneakerheads. I have nothing against them because we were all new sneakerheads at one point in time.
At one point, we was all new sneakerheads.
But you gotta understand, the new sneakerheads who got their mama shopping for them nowadays, they not about to buy $400 shoes without letting them try them on.
Right.
And I know it's a problem in a lot of stores, but like parents that sit here and say you're not getting bread ones for $450 unless you can try them on. I own the store. Put them boys on your feet. I'm gonna talk you into them. I'm at your outfit right now.
Yeah.
So that's why I figured if I'm online, you're gonna click, 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 add the card, think about it, sleep on it, try to get your mom debit card versus you go come in here and deal with a team of Ricos. Everybody who I handpicked, savages when it comes to buying and selling. They gonna talk,
a few of them.
bro, they gonna talk you in the water and you in the middle of the ocean. You see what I'm saying? Like they know what they're
A few of
doing.
them.
So I figured that the face-to-face would be something that would be good for the sneakerheads. And then also, like I tell people, Trusted Kicks is a glorified boys and girls club. Glorified. Like with Glorified, I had to have lines that say, hey, if you're not buying things, don't go back here. This is where the friends are chilling at. So I knew that in this area, y'all have it in Chicago. Y'all got places sneakerheads congregate. Even Nike Town sometimes was the congregation spot back in the day, you know? People meet there. Even when the outlet store 87th opened, everybody was over there hanging out. But I knew people in Milwaukee needed somewhere to chill. And that's why I said once I open the store and people chilling, they automatically gonna shop.
Right.
And I said once the Bucks get a new arena, it's over.
Yeah.
We here with the NBA team, it's game over.
Yeah, and so basically your idea behind it was being able to be more hands-on with your business and more hands-on with your customers, like personalize their transaction.
And that's another thing I think what kind of goes back into what you said in the beginning of the movie, why people call me the king of Milwaukee. Like yesterday they called me the Don of Milwaukee, only because I'm the only person political enough. Like I like everybody. I'm cool with everybody. I'm making my job. Like if you come to shop, I'll tell you the story, bro. You don't gotta buy nothing.
Man, one thing I'll tell y'all, man, I see this man everywhere. Really? As far as the grind, as far as the hustle, man, this man is a true hustler. That's what, and that leads me into my next question that I was gonna ask you. I know that I see you at a lot of sneaker events. Most people that open up they store, they got a successful store, they got a successful online presence. They don't feel a need to go to MSX or sneaker cons. They feel like I'm already good, you know. But I still see you out there touching the people. You at all these sneaker events. You ain't like bougie. You hey, what up? You'll speak to everybody. Do you feel like that's a necessity as far as your business and or is it just organic?
Okay, first thing I gotta say is, shout out to SneakerCon, because they invited me to my first sneaker show. The first SneakerCon in Atlanta, they was beating down my door in the email. Alan, Mr. Miyagi, shout out to the homies who own SneakerCon.
Shout out to them.
They the homies. They was beating down my door like, hey, you got a successful Instagram following, you need to come down to Atlanta, sell some shoes. So the first time I went to Atlanta was the SneakerCon. Well, that's the first time I went to Atlanta. The first time I went to SneakerCon was in Atlanta. Sold everything I had. Like literally had a stock on the website, sold every shoe. So that was like the first bug I got. And then another thing I like about sneaker shows, was the same reason I got the stores, you get to reach a different demographic. So I'm flying out to Dallas to go to a sneaker con in Dallas, and I'm showing up there and kids like, I know you, I seen you on YouTube. Bro, thank you. I rock, like you follow me on YouTube, I rock with you. Kids be like, let's take a picture. Yes. let's get it. Like you said, like I would be the same person if I was an NBA star, if I sold shoes, sold cars, because I'm a personable person. Like I never liked the people you see them out and you see somebody out like, bro, what up? You play for so and so? Like, yeah, I do. And like, no, bro, you the man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. So when people tell you the man, I'll be appreciative. Like, you know what? I do. I go hard. I appreciate. So that sometimes I go for the love, and then you already know it. You already know sneaker events. You get that shit.
See, the thing is, a lot of people know. A lot of people know you move a lot of merch, but a lot of people might not know the charitable things that you do. So for our viewers, can you just not that you do it for the glory or the clout, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's something that do need to be talked about, because a lot of people that's in position to do things, they don't do it. So when I see somebody that do, I definitely want to acknowledge it. So if you can give our viewers a couple things like that you do for the community,
I can run them down.
They might not even know about, but it happens.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, like my man said, I'm a humble guy. This is the first time anybody would probably hear like a small list of all the donations and things like that we have given back. The good thing is it's tax time, so I kind of got like a good thing about good knowledge up here of everything we did. So 2016, which is not 2017, so year before last, 2016, we did close to 45 grand in shoes given in different programs. The biggest program we donate to is Safe and Sound, who is the mayor's office program here in Milwaukee. They're organized with the Running Rebels. They organize the Boys and Girls Club. They put them under all one umbrella, so that when we donate the shoes to them, the kids have to participate in their programs, get vouchers to come to Trusted Kicks to get free shoes, which is kind of how they use it to help the kids come to after school programs, help the kids get tutored if you raise your grades. That's the first majority where we give the majority of the money to, and the shoes too. That's just because they have everybody under the same umbrella. Yeah. The smaller programs, we have sponsored so many countless homeless initiatives. Also, we do our own thing on the side where homeless people come in, get shoes on a daily, get clothes on a daily. People come here and donate stuff on a daily. When Houston and Florida had the hurricanes in 2017, I think the math said we sent like 78 boxes of clothes and shoes.
That's dope.
Literally, employees, literally, customers, literally, people who were here, went home, cleared out everything they weren't wearing. Nice stuff, too. To the point where people were trying to buy it. I said, no, it's going to Houston. It's going to Florida, hurricane victims. So we do countless and countless charitable things here at Trust. And I think that kind of go back to what we were saying in the beginning, is that I'm from the city. And then, like, for example, like when I see a little kid come in, like, this is not even on the books. You see a little kid come in, he with his guy got on Yeezys, he with his mom got on Jordans. He just a friend though. Right. We always that friend. He just Right. I said, you know what, bro? Get a phone case. What? I have a phone? Take a phone case. Or, prime example, kids be like, oh my God, if only I had 40 more, you need 40 more? Say no more. Take it. Just give me what you, what?
That's love.
Cause bro, I know where you been there, you looking at the shoe like, if only my mama would give me $10. I had tax and everything. And the person behind the counter would be looking at you like, bro, this ain't my store. I ain't gonna lose my job.
Yeah, I can't.
And you had to think how many times you had to let it go. Like literally had to put stuff back, or like, you know what, I ain't gonna get those jeans. So I kind of do it for the, do the charitable, for of course, honestly, for the stuff you can write off on your taxes. Then you also, I just do it for the people I look like, hey, that guy's been out front of Trusted, sleeping. Like it's a guy that used to sleep in front of Trusted. Like, next day, comforter. Day after that, heated jacket. Day after that, 4 pair of shoes. Next door, we still got a box full of UGG boots for him. And like, he's really trying to get his life together. Like, he got an interview. I'm like, bro, say no more. Suit, jacket, shoes. And this stuff I did after hours when nobody was here, because he didn't want nobody in his business knowing, and I don't like to humiliate people. We just do it because I can, So you got to reciprocate the love.
And that's why I wanted to, before we wrapped up anything, I wanted to make sure that we touched on that topic, because that's a real important topic, because a lot of these dudes get money from their community, but don't put it back in their community. They'll take it somewhere else, and you'll
go buy a Ferrari.
and you'll see them
in a
on
Ferrari.
Instagram,
in a Ferrari,
and on Snapchat, and they done made money and left. But you know what I'm saying? That's why I gotta salute you, bro, because at the same time, you done built a foundation here, and you are respected here and outside of here. And you know what I'm saying? If don't nobody else tell you, I'ma tell you, you doing your thing, and you might be as humble as you wanna be, but in my eyes, you Milwaukee king, you feel me? You heard it right here from Flight School TV. Trusted Kicks, man. Look it up. Before we end this interview though, where can they find you? For those that don't know.
Okay, that's the key. Everybody, it's the key to this. All the stuff you see here: 2 stores, $37 rent, $100,000 payroll. We have no marketing, so please go follow our social media. We don't pay for anything. So if you follow us on Instagram, Trusted Kicks, Snapchat, Trusted Kicks, Instagram, Trusted Club, Instagram, Trusted Gallery, Instagram, Trusted Rico, Trusted Lopez. Everybody, just put in Trusted. You go see the whole squad, the whole team, all the businesses. We got Flight School in the T's too.
You know I had to come correct. You know.
And the thing you can't see off video, he got on calls for us. So I'm gonna flex him up because he flexing me up. He got on calls for any undead stock in the company.
I'm broke as hell, shorty. But know what I'm saying? Hey, look, that's Face. That's my boy Rico. That's Milwaukee. Flight School TV, man. We out.
We out, y'all.